friends, Old Timer here with another video for Final Fantasy XIV Online. Tonight, we'll be taking on a new dungeon, because we love new dungeons, right? This will be new to me, as in brand new. I have yet to run this one at all. So we're going to take a look at our duty finder here. Oops, wrong button. Here we go, duty finder. And we'll see that we have a trial. This is part of my MSQ, I believe, and I've been captured by the Amalja'a. So I'll go ahead and read this to you. This is the Bowl of Embers trial. It says, owing to a betrayal, you have been captured by the Amalja'a and taken to their stronghold of Zan Rock, there to be given as an offering to the primal Ifrit. If you are to survive this fiery encounter with the Lord of the Inferno, you and your comrades must fight with no less than every ounce of your strength. Should you fall, your souls shall burn for eternity. So, there we have it. Looking for 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 DPS, and I'll be going in as a healer. Clear off all my other dungeons here, so that's will be the only one I go in for. There we go. And as usual, going in as a healer puts us in right away. So, we're just waiting on 2 DPS there to confirm. And quick update. First off, thank you so much for the wonderful response I received from so many people about the breakup letter that I read, my breakup with World of Warcraft. I would like to thank those of you who offered some really nice words there, some great encouragement, and some very warm welcomes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. So right back now to our normal program. Here we go. Amalja Zealots say, Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. See, these guys are just scary looking, right? Tamugzo says, O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. It's me and this poor little rookie dude. Ho ho ho. Nice. O mighty Efreet, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Flame Sergeant says, bloody hells! Amalja Warrior says, bring those 2 as well. Ungust. The traitor. The traitor's Flame Soldier says, what's going on? This ain't what we agreed. It's what you deserve. Amalja Warrior says, none but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions, feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Nice. Ha. Flame Sergeant says, O mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Oh, he's turned. Your words are my bread. Except for me. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? What? Could it be Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. That's right, suckers. My soul belongs to McDonald's. No, sorry. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine aberrant kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Oh, mano a mano. You and me, big boy. Here we go. Oh boy. All right. Forgot just a moment there that I was actually in a group and I had to do some actual healing. I have to heal myself a little bit too. Oof. The big hurt. So yeah, going through this one for the first time, I've got to learn a little bit more about what my individual duties are here. I'm sure that healing is definitely tops amongst the list, but are there other little things I've got to be doing? I do know I need to stay out of that stuff. All right. There you go. So not an incredibly smooth first run through at all, but nobody died, and all of a sudden I'm all alone. Another crystal. This makes the second crystal I've found. First one being at that tree. Can't remember the name of the tree, like the Eternal Guardian tree or something like that. That one was blue. There it is. They've done such a good job with the cutscenes in this, keeping them very unique, you know, having your character, no matter what they're wearing, anything, it's put right into that video. It's pretty nice. Then Chris says, "Pray, forgive my lateness." Yeah, nicely done, jerkface. Way late. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seem more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Nice. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. Yeah, but what did we tell them about these two, or three? As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Fergus. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. No. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Off we go. Nero Toltskeva. So that was the mighty Ifrit. Who is that guy? And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon a 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia? Promise me you'll never change. Ooh, yikes. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. I swear I know how to read. Nero says, not that that was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Inquiring minds. Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Ooh. Yeah, don't mess with her. With allies like that. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. No loots? Aww. Just kidding. Hey, I received a player commendation. Wow. I almost got us all killed. But all right, I will take it. And we have a chance to turn this quest in. We're going to come over here and talk to Thancred. And this will move us along in our MSQ. Thancred says, there you are, Fergus. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja'a will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. Now, I don't know where this relationship with Thancred is going at all, honestly. I haven't looked up any spoilers or anything. I have a bad feeling about this guy. He's been late a couple of times. He's kind of missed the boat on a couple of things. He actually was blaming the sister of one of the nuns of being one of the bad guys, when in fact she was the victim. I've got a little, I don't know. It's the storyteller part of me that's kind of trying to predict the future. Where is this creature or this character coming from? Where is he going? So just going to put that out there. I might be completely off base. No spoilers, okay? None from me, none from you, but I just wanted to put that out there because that's how I feel. All right, thank you. Continues. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it still suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. This is the deed of no ordinary individual, Fergus. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to the mission. Yeah, right. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the walking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. All right. So we're going to return to the sign of the seventh dawn at the Walking Flames. Walking Sands, rather. And is there a portal there? Oh no, we just got to come over here to Horizon. So we'll just do a quick teleport over. We're going to turn this quest in, accept the next one if we're high enough in level and all of that. And then we'll call it a video. We'll continue on the next time we do a video. It will be for either the next dungeon or if there is an important happening that is going to be taking place at any of my next steps within the main scenario quest line. But as I mentioned at the start of the video, I'd like to thank those of you who have been so vocal in chat as far as offering feedback, giving some advice, just popping in to say hello, and certainly for those of you who have been so kind in welcoming me to the community. You may have noticed that I've joined a free company, and I'm interested in playing a part of my company, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the other members. It's been a pretty interesting start to this game. I've still got I've only been in 2 weeks, and I feel like I've accomplished quite a bit, and I've certainly learned a lot in my 2 weeks in game. And I can only imagine where this is going to lead over the coming months, and who knows, maybe even years. I am looking for that long-term commitment, so to speak. It's nice to have a girlfriend, but it's also nice to have something a little bit more than that, if you know what I mean. And Scion says, oh, the triumphant champion has returned. Thancred told us of the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. I'll bet he is. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. All right. Doesn't look like that will be an upgrade, but you never know. Tancred says, my late arrival nearly cost Fergus his life. I wasn't there when Amal-Ja'a took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Okay, this starts to maybe change my idea of Tancred's involvement here. I still don't trust him 100%, but he's taking some blame here. Maybe he knows he'll get away with it, if indeed this was purposeful. I don't know. I might be just imagining things. Who knows? Just as I'm failing you all. Minfilia says, what's done is done, Tancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Minfilia says, sorry, just looking at this costume walking in with the hat, it's kind of silly. Minfilia says, Fergus, it is so good to see you again. Tancred, impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Tancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amal-Ja'a undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists through creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Efreet. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you were yourself subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. Ah, the immortal flame assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Fergus. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Tancred says, whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Fergus. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time, hasta Winnebago. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Soir would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Quest complete. All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn this quest in, and it will lead to something else, I'm sure. In fact, let's do that real fast, just to see where we go. Hero in the making. Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalymo that the scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Efreet. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Fergus. Or rather, you have guests. Uh-oh. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Minfilia. Radiant as always. I am given to understand that the scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Fergus, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own, To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Fergus's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Eep! Your reputation precedes you, Master Old-Timer. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge a victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. Can't remember what voice I had for this guy. Sorry. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Old-Timer. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said, "You have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory." Tempting offers. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the grand companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? Yeah, a fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Fergus hear our leader speak, and then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. Booyah. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Fergus, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who will wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I will have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. My first link pearl. Eorzea is changing, Fergus, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will appraise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Wow, I did far more reading today than I thought was in the future for me. And there you have it, folks. I've got to figure out which of these three stooges I would like to join. I first came into the game in Gridania, so the temptation to follow the Serpent Officer into that rank is a little bit stronger right now. But I do like Limsa Lominsa as a city. I think it's beautiful. I think the way they've done the lighting, and I know it's kind of a cheesy reason to join a company, but I think they've done a really good job with that city itself. But I haven't made that decision yet, and I don't know. Maybe leave me some commentary and tell me which of these three speaks strongly to you, and which do you recommend for me? All right. Well, there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, go ahead and subscribe, follow, leave me a message. Anything and everything really does help this channel, and we're starting to grow a little bit now, and it's kind of an exciting time, and I'd like this to continue. So thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, this is Old Timer signing off. Be good human beings. I'll talk to you soon.